Yeah. Back down to -2. My space trucks for the night on my bedstand, and I gotta open this thing up. I'm just not gonna get to sleep until I do it. And I do gotta get to bed, so. Alright, so the military 5-pack by Matchbox, 2016 release. Found it at the Family Dollar in Uptown section of Utica, New York. It had probably been sitting there all along. Been going there for about a month looking for cars, and just had never noticed it up on the shelf, I guess. And got a couple of other older sets as well. There's our box information with your production dates and all that. $6, which is all it should cost. Go one of these drugstores and they're $8.99, and they're kind of scalping you. And I almost ordered this a couple of weeks ago, so let's make it real. Too beat up to really serve as a collection piece, and it's got a couple of rigs in it that I want. I like that chopper. Go nice and smooth. As always, I'm trying to preserve the packaging as much as possible to make a line of parody cars for this art project about toys. And you need parody packaging for your parody cars. I even like that it's got a sticker on it there with a price. And somehow alter or paint the box to look like the Matchbox set from hell. So what is this thing? A casting name on the stampage there, unless that's it there in the middle. V something or other. Let's check the site.
Now he's living with his mother.
Alright, so the fandom wiki identifies it as an international MXT. I have no idea what that may or may not mean. Looking for the little elephant stamp. Not seeing it anywhere. Decent color, nice casting. Too bad that doesn't open. That would have been cool. I like the Army Star. And let's give it a roll test. Awesome. Try it against Radar Ranger. Nice, heavy, older casting from the late 80s or 90s. Yeah. The mass of the casting always went out. Excellent. And let's go on to the Hummer. Nice blue. Some stampage on the bottom. There's you get your Humvee. Up here on the top is the Thailand elephant. Kind of wish it had like Air Force markings on it. It's got the right blue for an Air Force truck, but take it. Nice roller. Wish I hadn't packed up my Hot Wheels Humvee already, but let's try it against the Radar Ranger. Ooh, looks like an even draw. Yeah, this is a nice heavy truck. And they're an even draw as well. plastic bottom, metal body. Same with the International MXT. My first 43 Jeep Willys. Excellent. Been wanting one of these. It's got the right colors. I like the MP stamp. That's cool. Something else along the back there. They did a good job with this. I like the windshield. I wish it would fold. I'm gonna force it. That's something that wouldn't have survived our childhood escapades or adventures with our cars. There's the correct side. We would often subject our vehicles to the most horrendous abuse on purpose, although not necessarily out of malice or anything, just because it was time. We wanted to see what would happen if we ran them off a cliff. You see that in movies, and helping to understand it by doing it yourself is always a wise idea, especially if you can do it with a die-cast vehicle as opposed to your dad's VW camper, which I almost did once. Grabbed the handbrake at the last second. I'll never forget it. It's going to be there for the rest of my life. And, you know, not as heavy as the MXT. Let's try it against the Hummer. And yeah, it's not as heavy, but that's a gorgeous little piece of work. Glad I bit and opened up the case. This is what I was jonesing for a couple of weeks ago when I almost ordered it. I was on this kick of like science fiction-y dune buggies that just might happen to have, say, a 30 millimeter machine gun or cannon mounted on it to blow apart opposing forces. And I thought it was an Oshkosh. It is not. It's apparently an original casting called Sahara Sweeper, which I only realized upon opening it, because or looking it up, at least on the wiki page, because Matchbox did not. When this was at the era when they didn't even name the box set, let alone identify the vehicles. Very weak, guys. But I'm delighted to have this thing out. Let's try it against the Jeep. Whoa. And again, what the metal in it is. Okay, so the cage is plastic. Lower part is cast metal. It's sort of woven together there in the body of it, so that it's almost indistinguishable, one material from the other, which I guess is good, although it would be nice if it was all metal. Yeah, looking good, and I always save the best for last. Whoa. And I was openly cynical about Matchbox and Hot Wheels aircraft in general until I got a couple of them out of boxes, or a couple of these helicopters, their helicopters, out of boxes. And Mattel's done a good job with these Mission helicopter. There's all of our stampage and the little elephant there underneath the tail wing. Look at it from one side. I have no idea if this is based on an actual aircraft or not. There's the head-on profile. And it's interesting how that comes in and out. I guess these would be machine gun or cannon. Hope so. And I guess, again, that's an Army star rather than an Air Force symbol, but that's a nice, wow. That's definitely the best spinning rotor of all my die-cast helicopters, of which I now have 3. The other 2 are boxed up. We'll take a look at them some other time. I've got to get to bed, get the stuff, and just have some fun being good. No after action report. And while the Sahara Sweeper was what I'd had the Jones for a couple of weeks ago, the Willy's Jeep has stolen my heart. And I love the chopper too. I'm so happy I opened up this box and didn't just try to truck it around. And that's an awesome Humvee. Awesome little Hummer. I love how flat its on head profile is, say, as opposed to this thing, which I still don't understand. I'll just have to do some reading about what it is. There we go. That's a better arrangement. There's a little order of preference thing going on. Handsome chopper. Gorgeous Humvee, and that is just the most adorable little military Jeep a 52-year-old grown-up 12-year-old could ever hope for. Nice work, guys. Do make more of these. I mean, and by the way, I can just sort of tell the heaviness of the material, certainly in the Humvee especially, and the chopper. What they're using, or the kind of cars they're making today, have gotten flimsier in just the 3 years since this was packed. And maybe that was sort of the point, was that these are military vehicles and they should be tough and heavy and rugged and be able to withstand automatic weapons fire. I did just, however, notice right now, filming, that there might be a scale conflict between the Willy's Jeep and the Humvee. I'm going to have to look at them closer. Anyway, I'm very pleased, and we'll figure out awesome, interesting things to do with these. I gotta go to bed.